Hello everybody, this is Raymond Adamick again, author of my book, I'd Rather Be in Golden Oak, Florida, an overview and tour of Walt Disney World's new residential and resort community. My last video, the first one, was more about why I wrote the book and what is Golden Oak. Today's video will be more about what I've done up to this point with the book, and also more elaborate. I'll elaborate more on what the book is about. So I'll get started. Actually, a few other things. One of the reasons I dress up in a suit and tie, I'm kind of paying homage to Tom Landry. He was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. At least in the 1970s, and I'm not a huge football fan, but I respect Tom Landry. He actually dressed up as a suit and tie for all of his football games, so that's one of the reasons I do this. It just, to me, he looked so impressive, so that's one of the reasons I do this. Also, another thing, I'm trying to keep these videos to 9 minutes or less. I don't want to bore people. I know there's nothing worse than a boring video or feeling like you wasted your time watching this. Also, one of the reasons I keep it to 9 minutes or less, it's just a single-digit number as opposed to like 10. Anyways, there was a certain businessman named Donald Brown. He's actually the inventor of the acoustic ceiling. And he kept his videos. He kept his when he was he managed a number of companies, including the production of acoustic tile, and he had the managers of his companies. When they would report to him, he wouldn't let them talk more than, I don't know, it was like 5 minutes or something on the message machine. They were just like, all they had was 5 minutes apiece to give them, say, a monthly report. And I thought that was a good idea, rather than people just rambling on talking about details. It's like they just want to hear the the most important facts. And if you see me kind of leaning towards the screen, it's because I'm trying to watch the timer, and it's kind of hidden because it's white letters, and I've got the white shirt on and a white background, so it's just hard to see. Anyways, back to the book. More about what the book is about. I believe I said a few of these things in my earlier video, but basically the book is divided up into two parts. Part one is basically my experience there, including my tour of the residential community and my stay at the Four Seasons, and part two is basically a tour of the 7 neighborhoods that have been at least partly developed. So a lot of this was in my first video, but some of it hasn't. I'm trying to improve upon that, what I said before. Part one, basically the first part of part one, chapter one, is basically an overview of what Golden Oak is in the book. And then chapter two of part one is my tour there of the residential community and my stay at the Four Seasons. So then part two is more a tour of the neighborhoods, like a pictorial tour. So I've gotten pictures there. There's 7 neighborhoods. I can name them real quick. KIMBALL Trace, MARCELINE, KINGSWELL, SYLVERBROOK, CAROLWOOD Reserve, and the Four Seasons residences. Actually, like I say in my earlier video, there's 2 neighborhoods, 2 tracts of land that have not been parceled out yet, so those are under future development. And I plan on writing the book. It's almost like I'm a newscaster. I'm like letting the world know about Golden Oak, because it's what I'm interested in. I think other people will be interested in it as well. I've got about 4 minutes left. One of the reasons of this one of the reasons I produced this video today is also I would like to ask people what, like, if you're interested in Golden Oak, where do you want to see this book go? I can write it according to what the audience wants. Actually, I've got one subscriber so far, which I don't know who the person is, but they're in like the private mode, so I tried to see who they were. I don't know if you know, I don't know who they are, so, but I tried to find out. So I'm hoping this video will, I'll gain more subscribers. You know, whoever subscribed to this, part of the reason I produced this video today is for you. So, you know, a subscriber is always looking to see more videos from the channel. So that's why another reason I'm making this video today. So, in general, I'll definitely be making more videos about the book. I'll put the link to the book in the comments below. I'm hoping people at least say, yeah, you know, they're interested, or if they're not interested, why not? So that's pretty much everything I've got to say. I can elaborate more on the neighborhoods. Each one actually, like for example, I'm currently writing about the names of the residences in the neighborhoods. Basically, every single residence in Golden Oak has a name. I think the exception might be Carolwood Reserve, which are the most expensive homes there. I know that all of Kimball Trace, all of their homes have names. Like for example, one of the homes' name is Bella Casa, which in Italian means beautiful home. Another one is say Da Vinci, which I think is, you know, is in reference to Leonardo da Vinci, with, you know, the famous Italian painter. A lot of the names, like in Kimball Trace, are Italian based because the architecture is Italian. Pretty much I've got all of the names and the meanings of the names for the Kimball Trace neighborhood in the book. I'm currently working on the MARCELINE neighborhood as far as getting all the names and the meanings of the names. And then I plan on going just, you know, neighborhood by neighborhood, then going to KINGSWELL and SILVERBROOK and Carolwood and Carolwood Reserve. I might not go exactly in that order because some of the neighborhoods are more built out than others. Some are small. Some neighborhoods don't have as many homes in them, so it's easier just to get the whole neighborhood done and then, you know, move on to another neighborhood. I've got about a minute here. Hopefully these videos will be more professional in the future. I don't edit them. I try to rehearse them as much as I can before I make them. Sometimes, like in the Cleveland, Ohio area, I live about 28 miles east of Cleveland, Ohio, and it's just, you know, we have to take advantage of when the weather is good. Like for example, today it's sunny outside. There's no clouds, so the lighting is good. All my electricity is off, but I have enough lighting and it's warm enough. So I think that's everything I have to say today. Basically, you know, these future videos will be, hopefully people will respond back to me saying, hey, you know, this is where you know, what's, you know, they can, if they want to know something about Golden Oak, I can tell them, I can write it in the book, and then on top of that, I can respond back to them and say, hey, you know, I wrote it in the book. I've got about 15 seconds left, so I'm going to end the video, and hopefully we shall see each other again. Thank you. Bye.